if any of them ever made a mistake, I could see on my face in the shot, like, oh, like this. And I felt so embarrassed afterwards because normally, but the thing is, as a director, I was on such an edge of kind of hysteria but they gave me a lot of leeway as well, all these actors, because I was something, if anyone made a mistake, I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. Like, when I first wrote the script, I really thought of it as just an opportunity, really, because I thought I could write a great role for myself, and I hadn't really envisioned myself as its director. And as it went on and progressed, and it just took so long to come together, and it gradually kind of took over my life, and then did become a project of passion, I suppose, after a bit.
I play Robbie Ross, who is Oscar's devoted friend, lover, colleague. After Oscar dies, I become his literary, or I am his literary executor, and I spend the rest of my life publishing and finding the rights to his works.
I play Alfred, Lord Alfred Bosley Douglas, known as Bosley. And I guess often when you think of Oscar Wilde and his relationships, that's kind of the one that sort of, I guess, pings out because of, I guess, of how infamous it was in that respect. The film focuses mainly on their relationship when they were in Naples, which, again, in showing aspects of Oscar's story, I liked how Rupert represented it in the script, because we talked about them being these kind of two kind of essentially sort of homeless exiles, like living in squalor, that to go from a life of such, for my character, certainly privilege, and Oscar's life of what was fame, it's not where we want to see these people be, I think. And going on the journey that you do within the script and within the film, I think it's a real emotional sort of heart to it, and that's what drew me to play that character.
Well, in one sense, I think one of the things that I had going for me making a period film was the fact that I'd spent so much of my acting career in period films, and so when you're an actor and you're sitting around a film set, especially in the old days when things took a long time, you really did get an opportunity to look into the nuts and bolts of how things are achieved much more. So I feel that probably one of the things I did feel strongly about and felt I had a kind of angle on was, how to make it look, and how to have it, how it should be designed, and how it should move. So I think in that sense, I was quite a good person to do the job in a way.
Because it is a passion project for Rupert, that is again one of the main draws for it. That when you're initially, when in the early days of talking about it and running through some scenes and stuff together, is that part of what you're responding to is somebody's years of a love for something, of a story and a character, and me personally, I'm really drawn to that. I find that really magnetic, and I love that kind of environment, and that's the type of, I mean, I often just called it a bit an adventure to you. Like, it just felt like I was embarking on a kind of an adventure.
For me, he's a kind of Christ figure, and I think for anyone, for example, in the LGBTQ community, Wilde really is the beginning of gay liberation. There wasn't such a word as homosexuality before the Wilde scandal, and with Wilde's death in 1900, it really was a beginning, a starting point for the gay movement, and then what became the LGBT movement, and which is now the LGBTQ movement. And I think it has a great resonance, because here we are living in the world we have now, and of course, quite naturally, we're still battling to change things, and we're still, I don't think anyone's ever happy, 100% happy with the lot that we have. But when you look back at a story of Oscar Wilde, for example, I think the whole of our culture can feel very happy that we've moved in such a relatively short time from that to where we are now.